Good morning, I'm Pooja Sunil. I'm a research scholar from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, India. So today I'll be talking on the effect of filament stiffness on the wake structure of a rotationally oscillating cylinder. So this is an experimental study, and what we are looking at here is a cross-sectional view of the wake structure. So this is a cylinder that is forced to oscillate about its own axis, that is a rotationally oscillating cylinder. And to this cylinder we have attached the flexible filament. So in this presentation we'll be looking at how this filament modifies the flow past this rotationally oscillating cylinder. And we'll also be looking at the effect of filament stiffness on the wake structure. So this is the problem. We have a rotationally oscillating cylinder to which we have attached a flexible filament, and these are the parameters that we have chosen in the study. Let's now look at the flow past a rotationally oscillating cylinder with no filament. So here we have a rotationally oscillating cylinder, and if you look at the wake, we see a Kármán vortex street in the wake. So similar to what you see in the flow past a stationary circular cylinder. Now let's see what happens when we attach a filament to this oscillating cylinder. So here we have attached a filament to this rotationally oscillating cylinder, and you can now see that the orientation of the Kármán vortex street has been reversed in the wake. So this is a reverse Kármán vortex street, and they are commonly seen in the flow past rigid pitching aerofoils, and they are indicative of thrust generation. So does it actually correspond to thrust? Now to answer that, let's compare the velocity profile in the wake for both cases. So here we have the case of a rotationally oscillating cylinder where you see a Kármán vortex street. And if you look at the corresponding velocity profile in the wake, in this case, which is this red line in this figure, we see a velocity deficit, which means that there's a drag acting on the cylinder. Now when you attach a filament to this rotationally oscillating cylinder, we see a reverse Kármán vortex street in the wake. And if you look at the corresponding velocity profile in the wake, which is this green line, we see a velocity excess, which means that there's a drag reduction or maybe even thrust acting on this rotationally oscillating cylinder, which is in fact a bluff body. So our next aim in this study was to look at the effect of filament stiffness on the wake structure. So before we move on to that, let's look at one of the motivation behind this work, which is tadpole locomotion. So if you look at tadpoles, you can see that their head resembles a bluff body, and they have a very flexible tail, and they move forward by oscillating both the head and the tail, and their motion can be approximately modeled by a rotationally oscillating cylinder with an attached flexible filament. So this is a video we had taken during the course of our work. So you can see that these tadpoles, they are swimming by oscillating both their head and their very flexible tail. Let's now look at the effect of filament stiffness on the wake structure. So here we have considered two filaments of different stiffness. We have here the case of filament 1, which is the least flexible filament we have chosen. And here we have the case of filament 2, which is the most flexible filament we have chosen in the study. So in the case of filament 1, you see that the wake is very wide and asymmetric. Whereas in the case of filament 2, we see a narrow wake, and which is also symmetric. So how does this happen? How does filament stiffness inhibit the formation of an asymmetric wake? Now to answer this question, let's look at this vortex pair P. We can see that as soon as this vortex pair P is shed, it is arranged above this wake center line, so that when it convex in the wake, it tends to move in the same orientation as it was originally shed in the wake, leading to an asymmetric wake. Now, in the case of filament 2, there are two vortex pairs P1 and P2 which are formed, and as soon as they are formed in the wake, they are arranged symmetrically about the wake center line, leading to a narrow symmetric wake. Thank you.